Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from Group 8 and on this occasion we will explain and discuss a material about from process to product. Before we start, let me introduce my group mates. The first one is Kikit Elisa Yuniarti. Next is Eka Putri Anggraini, and the last, my name is Saran Raihani Difatunisa. Okay, I will explain the first material. Let's get started. If you are writing material for publication, a lot of decision may be taken out and based on. In this chapter, we will over a rough map of the material design journey from the start point to the destination, mainly with mediated writing materials with two aspects of the process. The first aspect is typical production sequence. It is the stage where writers may go through. The second one is the creative process, where the mental process and strategies to create the materials. These are the idealized sequence. We can identify the stage by statement of belief, need analysis, aims and objective, syllabus design, drafting, plotting, production, and revision. This is may be applied in recursive rather than linear way. The first stage is statement of belief. When we start to make design material, the first question that pop up in our mind is where do we start? So before that, we need to have a clear idea. If you are writing materials for publication as part of team, you are going to need draw a set of design with a specific methodological to ensure quality and consistency of a set layout. And for the need analysis, there is clearly a case for a needs analysis of the target that be carried out before the material are designed. Then analysis comprises as secondary school attended, self-perception of competence in different skill, metacognitive strategies questionnaire, and multiple choice grammar tests. Next, with the background, we should be able to frame overarching aims and objectives for the materials. These following are some of the sources which can be consulted. Need analysis of target group, exam requirement for the target group, other published material for similar target group, and the last one is the CEFR. For the drafting, we need to consider the process of drafting, piloting, and revising, and the potential intervention in the process. It may be necessary to produce a number of drafts in response to get feedback. Piloting of the materials are strong advocates of the process. The various aspects of piloting is overall scope, approach, level, organization, sequencing of context and text, easy to use and fit in classroom. It seems reasonable to suppose that piloting will be of a greater value. The last stage is production. In this production, the material that survive the drafting, revising, piloting, review, and filtering are ready to enter the production phase. Next material will be delivered by my friend.
So, hello guys, I'm Eka Putri Anggraini. Here I want to tell you about the material, the production sequence in action. So, about this material, it is usable to look at some account of the writing process reported in the literature. So, in this material, we have 4 process, and then there are Richards, Lewis, Prose, and then Stoller and Robinson. So, the 4 of all, you can choose one that you want to use at your classroom, of course. Then, how about the different? Let's talk about the different of about all of 4 process. So, the Richards. In the Richards process, we see a prominent role for teachers and a role for piloting through the limited one and the use of reviewers. So, how about Lewis? So, Lewis, there are two distinctive features in the process outlined by Lewis. Firstly, involves the analysis of the chosen text with corpus software to determine their lexical density. So this is a calculation of the number of different words in the text in relation to the number of total running words. And then therefore an indicator of text difficulty. So this includes quite specific criteria which is the activities have to meet. Then the next one is Stoller and Robinson. So the Robinson or Stoller and Robinson, this process like Lewis, but involve the use of corpus software in this case to try to determine the defining linguistic characteristic of the different types of chemistry text. So in this process, however, the corpus finding fits directly into the materials by determining which language items would be focused. And the last one is about prose. So, as prose account of the process is unusually detailed. We have interspersed our comments on prose account in italic for ease of reference. So you can all see at the PowerPoint what the different, what the point. You can read it. So that's about the material. Let's move into the next material. The next material is about the creative process. So what is the creative process? It's all about how your writing can be interesting for your readers or your learners or your student. Then how to be creative process, but the recursive nature of the writing process in relation to the design of specific tasks is referred to by text design is a complex, highly recursive, and often have a many messy process, so requiring the designer to hold in mind a vast range of the text variables relating to the design in process. So, but I think experienced material writers seem to have a number of qualities in common, like they adopt a cyclic process in which they constantly return to and revise specific activities, and they are able to multitask mentally by considering the perspective of other players in the process, such as teachers, learners, and publisher. So, about the experienced material writers can also fall back on the various activities like vocabulary, grammar text, or more ways dealing with the reading or listening text. Then, whether we regard this as a design specification or principle, we should note that experienced materials writers may be able to help novice materials writer by articulating the tactic principle or design criteria which is underpin their work. So that's all about my material. So we move the next material with my friend, of course. Goodbye.
Okay guys, for the next material is about further reading 1. In this material, we will learn about text, some framework, that is text-driven approach. The material writing process begins with text collection and text selection. That is some for process how to apply the work. Okay, for the first process is the writer select a spoken or written text with the potential to engage the target in learners. So, in this framework, the writer can select a spoken or written text to teach their student. Jadi di dalam pendekatan ini, penulis atau guru itu bisa memilih apa teks yang akan diajarkan, entah itu teks tulisan atau lisan. Bisa dilihat mana yang paling memungkinkan untuk dipelajari atau lebih mudah dipelajari oleh student. And the second is the writers then devises readiness activities with the aim of helping learners achieve mental readiness for experiencing the text. Activities learners do while listening or reading. Di dalam proses ini, aktivitas yang dilakukannya itu bisa listening dan juga bisa reading. And then third is develop experiential activities. Activities learners do while listening or reading. Sama seperti proses yang kedua, aktivitas yang digunakannya itu bisa berupa listening dan juga reading. In these activities, encourage learners to enjoy the experience of the text rather than to study it. Di dalam proses yang ketiga ini, si guru itu mengarahkan siswanya itu untuk belajar dari pengalaman gitu, untuk lebih menikmati prosesnya gitu. Jangan sampai muridnya itu merasa tertekan saat belajar. And then the last process is the materials writer then design intake response activities. Jadi penulis itu merancang intake response activities. Intake response activities are followed by development activities in which learners use that what they have taken from the text as a basis for oral or written language production. Jadi kegiatan respon masukan atau intake respon activities ini diikuti oleh kegiatan pengembangan yang mana peserta didik ini menggunakan apa yang mereka punya sebagai dasar untuk memproduksi bahasa baik secara lisan maupun secara tertulis. From the framework is meant to be applied flexibly and allows the writers some freedom to change the sequence of activities or to omit certain activities. Jadi di dalam rangka ini dimaksudkan itu untuk diterapkan secara fleksibel gitu dan memberikan kebebasan kepada penulis atau pengajar untuk mengubah urutan kegiatan atau menghilangkan kegiatan tertentu. Dari 4 proses yang tadi itu bisa ada yang dihilangkan ataupun diubah urutannya gitu. Entah itu hal yang harusnya proses kedua jadi ke satu ataupun sebaliknya dicari mana yang paling mudah untuk diterapkan. Okay guys, from the next material is about further reading 2. In further reading 2, we will learn about one of framework that is text-based learning by Willis 1999. This framework outlines the roles of teachers and the learners at each stage. In this process, there are 3 processes. That is pre-text, and then text cycle, and the last is language box. Okay, in text-based learning, that is the first process is about pre-text. Dalam proses pre-text ini ada peran guru dan juga peran murid. The role of teacher is the first is introduce and defines the topic, yaitu guru memperkenalkan topik atau materi yang akan dibahas. And the second is uses activities to help student recall or learn useful words and phrases. Jadi yaitu menggunakan beberapa aktivitas yang dapat membantu siswa dalam pembelajaran. And then the third, it ensures student understand text instruction. Memastikan setiap siswa itu mengerti instruksi dari tes tersebut. And the fourth is may play a recording of other doing the same or similar text. And then the role of student in pre-text is note down useful words and phrases from the pre-text activities and or the recording, yaitu mencatat kata-kata atau frasa yang ada di dalam pre-text activities ini. And the second is may spend a few minutes preparing for the text individually. Jadi bisa saja setiap siswa itu memerlukan waktu yang berbeda-beda dalam mempersiapkan pre-text atau mengerjakan tugas itu. And the second process yaitu text cycle. In the text cycle ini ada peran murid di dalam teks atau tugas gitu. Peran murid itu do the text in pairs or small group. It may be based on a reading or listening text. Dan peran gurunya act as monitor and encourage student. Jadi guru di sini itu hanya memonitor siswa gitu, mengawasi siswa dan mungkin menjadi apa ya, membantu siswa jika siswa mengalami kesulitan. And proses kedua yang ada di text cycle ini yaitu planning atau perencanaan. Peran siswa di dalam planning ini yaitu ada prepare to report to the class how they did the text and what they discovered or decided. The second is rehearse what they will say or draft a written version for the class to read. And then role of teacher atau peran guru di dalam perencanaan itu yang ke-1, ensures the purpose of the report is clear. Second, act as language advisor. And the third is help student rehearse oral reports or organize written ones. Setelah itu ada proses report atau pelaporan. Peran siswa di dalam report ini yaitu present their spoken report to the class or circulate or display their written report. And then the role of teacher atau peran guru di dalam report atau pelaporan ini yaitu first is act as chain person, selecting who will speak next or ensuring all students read most of the written reports. Second is may give brief feedback on content and form. And the third is may play a recording of other doing the same of similar text. Jadi di dalam pelaporan ini, guru itu mempersiapkan siapa saja siswa yang akan melaporkan hasil dari tes tersebut atau hasil dari tugas tersebut. Lalu guru juga memberikan feedback atau timbal balik apakah siswa tersebut sudah benar dalam mengerjakan tugasnya atau ada yang harus diperbaiki atau bagaimana. And then proses yang ketiga tadi ada proses pre-text, text cycle, dan yang terakhir ini ada language focus. Di dalam language focus ini ada language analysis dan language practice. Di dalam language analysis ini ada peran guru dan peran siswa. Untuk peran siswanya yaitu do CR activities to identify and process specific language features from the text, and transcript. Second is may act about other features they have noticed. Itu untuk peran siswanya. And then the role of teacher atau peran guru di dalam language analysis is review each analysis activity carefully with the class, and then bring other useful words, phrases, and pattern to student attention, and then may pick up on language from the report state. Jadi peran guru di sini tuh dalam mereview aktivitas atau analisis aktivitas secara hati-hati saat di kelas dan juga menggunakan kata-kata yang mudah dipahami gitu untuk menarik perhatian siswa. And then tadi ada language analysis. And then next is language practice. Language practice di sini sama, ada peran siswa dan juga ada peran guru. For the role of teacher atau peran gurunya yaitu conduct, practice, and analysis activities where necessary to build confidence. And then for the role of the teacher is practice words, phrases, and patterns from the analysis activities. Second is practice other features occurring in the text or report stage. And then the last is enter useful language in their language notebook. Peran siswa di dalam language practice ini lebih banyak karena di dalam language practice ini siswa itu harus melatih katanya, frase, atau rumus untuk analisis activitiesnya, dan juga siswa dianjurkan untuk selalu mencatat apa yang mereka pelajari ke dalam notebooknya agar mereka itu nanti tidak lupa gitu. Dan peran guru di language practice ini hanya untuk conduct practice and analysis activities. Jadi peran guru di language activities ini untuk membangun kepercayaan diri siswa gitu, agar siswa itu merasa mereka tuh bisa gitu. Okay, from this material we can conclude that materials writing is a multi-stage process involving planning, drafting and writing, piloting and revising. This process is often recursive and some stages may be omitted. Experienced material writers seems to be able to visualize the materials in use and anticipate stakeholders.